What's up, boys?
What's good?
Welcome back.
Another day of USA C team.
Hey. Well, before we get started, brought a guest to the studio today. Look, it's an Atlanta fan.
Ah, get it? Classic. Yeah.
So go ahead and take your seat and shut up.
Well,
Yeah, USA C team.
did
Dog
C
shit.
team things, yeah.
Dog shit. No two ways around it.
Well, I feel like the odds of us winning that tournament had to be pretty damn good, and we went and bottled it. But
With our C team, do they really have to be that good?
yeah.
Oh, there's only one way to find out, though, right?
Well, go ahead and listen to this word from our today's episode sponsor. Do you like free money? I know I do. BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and way more.
BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website betonline.ag or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use promo code BELIEVE for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Again, that's promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit.
Bet Online, where the game starts.
All right, so, again, make sure that you do everything that you're supposed to. Don't break any laws trying to bet online. Oh, and you still cannot bet online. Still tell you this every episode.
It's like, what, fourth time running now?
Yeah.
Fourth episode running?
Sorry, bud. Can't do it.
You'll get there one day.
Well, good stuff about U.S. men's national team or bad stuff about men's national team first?
Well, let's start with the good because I don't think there's a whole lot.
Be different for us once and talk about the good stuff first.
We scored.
There's that.
We got a shitter. That's kind of bad. Never mind.
We got Jordan Morse on the goal contribution. We got the number 9 on the goal sheet.
I think the best thing we could talk about, though, is Matt Turner.
Absolutely.
He could still end up winning Best Player of the tournament.
Oh, he should. Deservedly.
I don't think we would be where we are, where we were in the tournament without him.
I don't think we would have done what we've done the past 2 years without him. Let's be real. To do the back-to-back Nations League and Gold Cup last year, and then to go and perform on the level that we did in the World Cup was him and Tyler Adams. Like, those are the only reasons that we even did it, what we did in the World Cup. And then for him to come and play his ass off in the Nations, and then to want to stay and be a part of that Gold Cup roster, just shows you the type of person and the leader that he is and what it means to him to wear that crest. And that's the type of person that we want,
100%, especially with a player of his quality. Without him, with Sean Johnson, our backup keeper.
Oh, good Lord.
With him in goal, we're not making it out of the group stage. So for him to want to stay for the Gold Cup and continue to be a big part of our team, that's fucking massive for us.
He's got to get playing time somewhere.
He gets minutes at Arsenal. Obviously, we want to see him play more. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's been very impressive in these tournaments. He's been he's impressed when he's gotten his minutes at Arsenal. So, we may see more of him. If Ramsdale starts having a drop in form like he seems to do every season, who knows? He might get some more minutes, but I think that move's been huge for him. Just his confidence as a footballer.
Yeah. I think it's kind of the same argument that I would tend to use for Jack Lynn as to why he's not in the first team. It's like, what more does this guy have to do to get into the first team? And albeit Matt Turner is in the first team as a backup keeper, what more would he have to do at this rate to then become the starting keeper for Arsenal? But that's another conversation.
But the difference is Jack Lynn is competing for Orlando City, where Matt Turner's got to compete with Aaron Ramsdale, who's one of the best keepers at the moment.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, he is one of their best keepers right now.
He's one of the best keepers in the league.
I give me Nick Pope.
Again, I didn't say he's the best keeper.
No,
He
Nick
is
Pope,
one of the best.
I would say Nick Pope is probably the best shot stopper in the Premier League, but just all round keeper, he's top 2, and I don't think he's number 2.
Ramsdale.
Most well-rounded.
Most well-rounded keeper. Current form. Who are you putting over him?
Nick Pope.
You said in the world?
No, in the league.
In the league, okay.
Nick Pope, Ederson.
Ederson's not a better shot stopper than Ramsdale.
You said all around.
Yeah. Nick Pope is not a better ball distributor.
Ederson is not a good shot stopper, in my opinion.
So, I mean, it's just factual statement. I'm not trying to be biased or anything like that. I think well-rounded, he's probably the best keeper in the Premier League right now. Onana comes in, he may give him a run for his money because he's shown that he can be a shot stopper and distribute the ball very well.
I think David Raya is pretty damn good.
Damn good keeper, but I still put Ramsdale over him a little bit. Anyway.
Alisson.
Again, Alisson's had some shockers.
So
I mean, everyone's had shockers, though, so.
Alisson's up there, definitely, but
we just
anyway.
got very off topic.
Yeah, we'll go back to Matt Turner, the man that we all care about and want to hear about. But yeah, that guy has been huge for us. His penalty save ratio is ridiculous. Like, obviously, after last night's...
I think that makes it 15 out of 20... 15 out of 30 now? I think he's right on 50%.
I was going to say, he was at 44% before.
It was 14 out of 29.
I was thinking it was 14 to 25.
Add
15 to 35.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
34.
so...
4.
No, he took 6. Kvaratskhelia was
okay,
6.
yeah, you're right.
What would I do? 35 by...
15 divided by 35, other way around.
15 divided by 35 equals 0.42 at 43%. Still pretty good.
Yeah, it's top tier. So he's a guy for our future. He's definitely somebody that we're excited about in 2026. While we're still on U.S. men's national team talk, before we go to the bad, let's talk about another good thing. Christian Pulisic being unveiled today or yesterday?
Today. I saw a lot of posts about it. So.
I think he arrived in Milan yesterday, but unveiled today.
So, unveiled as a Milan player now. I'm excited.
How are you feeling?
I'm buzzing. Obviously, the Americans come into my favorite Italian side. The only 2 clubs in the world that I support are Arsenal. Well, I mean, other than Orlando City.
Wow.
I'm talking about European, like outside of the United States.
Oh, good save.
I'm not like one of those people that's got like 6 different teams in their bios, one from each country.
Yeah.
Like the only 2 teams I support are
going at it again.
We're talking about Europe still, but I didn't think I had to clarify it a second time.
I'm giving you a hard time.
I know, but are going to be Arsenal and Milan, and I'm obviously super excited to see him come in there. Want to see Yunus Musa come as well. I think that would be huge for him. But that deal's not as likely to happen. But
especially if they've just brought in Ruben Loftus-Cheek too. So
I'm super excited for him to be able to play in that team too. To be in that lineup with.
But is he just going to sit behind Leao?
No, he's gonna be the 10.
I've seen a lot of shit that puts him in that 10 role.
He's going to play the 10 for them. He's going to play right behind Giroud. He's going to play alongside Rafael Leao. Whoever they decide is going to be their right winger.
Who was playing there for them last season?
Oh, man.
I'm going to look.
I can't pronounce that. I'm going to be real with you.
Can't pronounce it?
I don't think if it's who I think it is, I'm just going to butcher it, so I'm not going to do it.
Midfielders. The Kettler? Yeah, that would be him. I mean, he's a pretty good player. They have Bennett there in the middle, too. He can play all 3 roles in the middle, so. And now you got Ruben Loftus. I mean, I kind of like Milan, too, just because it's basically Chelsea's transferred side. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Giroud, now Pulisic, and Fikayo Tomori. It's kind of want to see them do well, but then Pulisic being there is good because it gets him, hopefully at that point, if he's starting as a 10, or even if he just replaces Leao when Leao needs rests. I think it's a good move for him. Hopefully a system that fits him a little bit better than what was going on at Chelsea, because I don't think he ever really fit any of the system that Tuchel was trying to use. Didn't really work with Lampard that much. It's actually when it worked best was lockdown Pulisic.
Pulisic was different,
nasty. Maybe it could have worked with Pochettino, but I guess we'll never know at this point. So for him to get the move, good for him. Hopefully he's getting more minutes, and then when he comes away for the U.S., it can be an even better version of one of the best USA players that we've ever seen. So I think it's just all good things in the transfer.
Yeah, for sure. Wes McKinney was informed today that he's not a part of Juventus's future plans. So where would you like to see him land? You want to see him still stay in Italy? You want to see him come to England? You want to see him go to Spain?
I think he'd do good in Germany. I think he's big. He's built for the physicality. He likes the physicality. And it's not the fastest football in the world. So then he could go throw up there, be a midfielder for, give him maybe like a Leipzig or something. Go to Union Berlin. Go play there with Brendan Aronson. Link up with another USA player. And he's got Champions League football at Berlin. So if he wants to stay in the Champions League region, then he can go there. And I think he'd do well in the Bundesliga, so I wouldn't mind him.
You want to club like Dortmund. See him link up with Gio.
That's another one, yeah. I guess you could say that too.
I would say going to someone like Union Berlin coming from Juventus is a real downgrade.
You got Champions League football, and they were playing good football last year.
If you're able to club with the stature, the size of Juventus, some of the clubs you see in Germany, I don't think Union's one of them.
I mean,
they were just in the second league 2 years ago.
Dortmund's going to be looking for a midfielder if they haven't made a signing already. So,
especially with Royce stepping down as captain, I feel like he's slowly easing his way out of the club.
I was just trying to stay away from Bayern and Dortmund and give him more out there
but
club. But
I could see one of those two clubs, potentially making that signing. I don't know. I'd like to see him stay in Serie A. I think he plays well over there. But where he's going to end up there, I don't see very many clubs that are looking at that way. So,
And one more thing before we move on.
Sure.
There's another USA midfielder that was actually playing this whole tournament, Gianluca Busio. He's been with Venezia for 3 years now, 4 years, 3 years?
2 to 3, I think.
No, because he was with them in Serie A, and then he got relegated, and then he's been there at least another 2 years. I would like to see him just get a move away from Venezia. They've been down in the second division of Spain for a year or two. So if he could just get better first-team football somewhere, he's not the biggest player in the world, but who knows where he could thrive? Maybe in Spain somewhere, or even just move up in Italy. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. Maybe there's something of him not even performing in the second division of Spain. Obviously, I haven't watched the second division of Spain, so I have no clue what's going on. But I'd like to see him get a move and get more regular first-team football.
August 2021, 2 years.
I swear he'd been there for longer.
No. I was going to say, he moved relatively recently.
Did he get... So then Venezia had to be in, I think, Serie A for 1 year. While he was there.
They were.
They were in the Serie B this year. So they got relegated this year.
Let's see this. Table. Serie A 20. So his first year there, they were
Relegated.
Serie A. And then he got relegated, and then, yeah. So it could be better, could be worse. He got to play with Nani there.
Yeah, that's
at
true.
one point.
I remember that.
So, speaking of Nani, he just actually signed with the Turkish club today. So he was training with Orlando City, and a bunch of people were getting excited that maybe him and Junior Urso were coming back. But that was just never going to happen, and now it's official, at least on Nani's side. He signed, I think it was a Donna something Sport. All the Turkish names are outlandish. So,
Donnarumma.
There you go.
Donnarumma Boomalama.
Michael Scott.
Sure, Michael Scott, there you go. So Nani's officially in Turkey. And I guess that kind of reins us back into Orlando City, if you guys want to get back into that, unless you got something else to say for the USMNT.
We didn't even go through the bad yet, did we?
Oh.
Of the game itself.
Well, we can go through the bad right now. Miles Robinson, Aaron Long, Sands, Ferreira, Morris, Roldan, Yadlin.
I'll echo Roldan again.
you all can politely fuck off and never put on the men's national team kit again.
I think I said it before we started recording. Sands wasn't too bad. I saw it.
Not good enough.
Well, it's not good enough for the A team, but he can make it into the B team for me and be a sub.
He's 23 years old. Develop more and then come back.
I mean,
shit, we've seen Tim Ream come in 33 years of age, and fucking kill it. So
34, 3.
Whatever it is,
he's playing in the 2026 World Cup. Maybe 41. I was gonna
35.
say maybe 39 years old by that point in time, but
and still be one of our best players. So again, the first Jesus for our miss was painful.
When they dragged one.
Yeah.
well,
Peter.
yeah, bright spot in Cade Cowell. This
Hitting
entire tournament, he's kind of in a bright spot, but not so bright there in the first minute, hitting the post.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost a clean finish. Unlucky to hit the post. Would have been nice to go up 1-0. Who knows where the game would have went there. Would have totally changed it. Cade Cowell is a good player, but he needs to be refined. It's the final pass, the first touch, the decision-making that kind of needs to be cleaned up. And then if he cleans that up, he's still very young. So it can very much happen in the next year or two. But it's just everything at the end, the final product needs to just be cleaned up before he can become like a prominent starter, mainstay. I guess, mainstay.
And it's not something that's far off either, because he is only 19 years old. So I feel like that the final product will just come naturally over time with experience as he plays more. So
he was a big part of the USA U19, U21 World Cup that just happened a month or two ago. So, I mean, big ups to him. Hopefully we can see him more in the first team. But there was a lot of bad to be had in this last game against Panama.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to get into too deep all the bad, just because it was just poor. You know what I mean? Like, there is no really, like, looking into it and breaking it down, in my opinion. It was just they were the better team.
They seemed to want it more.
Yeah.
Another thing that I said before we started recording was it seemed like we fully went back to Berhalter ball for this game. I don't think either of you disagreed, because it just went back to shit football. We were playing good football in the Nations League, albeit with a different team, but you could see the tactical differences and everything just not being great. We were getting outpassed. I think it was
over 100.
It was like 315 to 450 at the end of 90 minutes. So just sitting back and trying to defend and play for the draw. At one point, I think it was like the 70th minute, and you were looking, or you said, we're already trying to play for the 0-0.
We're already playing for pens. That's how I worded it exactly.
Because it was just not anything exciting to watch in that whole match, except for the 6 minutes where 2 goals happened. So,
yeah, what I have to hope for is the fact, like you said, that it was a different roster, and that when we see the first team come back in again, it's going to be more dynamic. But I don't know.
No, it's not.
It's going to be
not.
Don't.
What is it? Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Right, BJ Callahan, you fucking worked your ass off. You made U.S. fans believe, and with Greg coming back, that belief is down the fucking drain.
Well said.
Well, speaking of Miles Robinson fucking off, the whole of Atlanta United can fuck off.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know how to feel going into this game. Because 4-0 win, then you lose 4-0. We're on a week's rest. Are we going to see the same 11 that we've seen for the past 3 games? Are we going to see a different lineup? Is Poppy going to be smart? Oh, we have Victor Rivas as a ref. So that fuck's coming back, and he's probably going to fuck us. So, this game just kind of throws me in a whirlwind.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm optimistic about it. Definitely is never an easy match anytime we go to play Atlanta. So, Right now with our up and down form, it makes me nervous going into this game. But it's definitely what could be a bounce back game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we said this on the last podcast. Where I compared it to the 3-1 win over Outer Fort Lauderdale down there. So if we want to make it that 2.0, be my guest. But I do think it's going to be a little bit more difficult. And what I would say is definitely a more hostile environment. You don't have 8 fans in the stands and pumped-in crowd. Well, actually, they could have pumped-in crowd noise. Who knows in that stadium?
Fucking turf fields.
Turf field. Yeah, that's... Oh.
Yeah, well, what else is going to be difficult to deal with is Thiago Almada.
Mm-hmm.
8 goals, 9 assists on the year.
I think we did a relatively good job of keeping him at bay in the reverse fixture at home. I don't think he did a whole lot.
Didn't hear
Unless I'm
much from him.
an
I
idiot.
don't remember. Let's go ahead and look at his rating from that.
Yeah, the only thing I remember from that Atlanta match is actually the fact that Giacomakis did nothing either. He had I think he kept like a 6 flat rating, came off in like the 60th minute or something. So if we can contain both of them again, well,
So,
got a good thing coming.
yeah. We kept him quiet, but he still wasn't quiet where he created 4 chances, which was the most for either team in the match.
4 chances created in one match.
Yep.
Well, heard.
Also completed the most dribbles in one match, which was 5.
Makes sense.
So,
We can't give this man a free kick on the top of the box.
absolutely not. He will put that away.
He'll put it away, or we'll put it off the post, or make the keeper make a very good save, make Pedro make a good save, and then force him into a decision that he has to make where he wants to punch it. And then I think in a game a week or 2 ago, there was that scenario that happened. Almada put it off the post, and I think it was Brooks Lennon that was there to finish it. So we got to track our runners and, first of all, just not give away stupid free kicks on the top of the box.
Well, we've done a great job of tracking people as of late, so there's no need to worry about that. That's Cesar Araujo.
Oh, dear Lord.
How'd you forget about that
oh,
so
sorry.
easily?
It was so shit that I tried to just block it out of my mind. And apparently I did a good job of that because I did not remember that until you just said it. So, I'm still in a whirlwind of this game. I just don't know how it's going to go.
I mean, you know how it could go, and that's what's making you feel this way.
But, I mean, the 1-1 was when they played us, and we were still finding form, and we were still gelling together, so...
You just had to say that, didn't you?
We were
Right.
gelling together. We still have the whole 6 months left to gel, so...
6 months.
Right? No, 4?
In a season?
3?
Oh, I guess if you're counting League's Cup,
Yeah.
it's just not 6 months. Well,
Oh, no, math is
Start
my strong
February.
suit right now.
March, April, May, June, July. That would be a 12-month season if we had another 6 months.
That'd be tough.
Just playing the whole year
Hey.
round.
So 2 to 3 months to gel
Something like that.
ish.
Who knows?
Well, good thing is, what's his name?
It's a great question.
Their DP, who's hurt right now.
Not Giacomakis? Is he
Yeah,
hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, hurt. Didn't know.
yeah. Let me double check that. Make sure I'm right.
We don't have to deal with him.
Yeah, Giacomakis is hurt with a hamstring injury.
Was Lopez.
Oh, he's supposed to
Very
return in
Lopez.
late July 2023, though, so. Or mid-July.
We're in mid-July, so he may be in
On the
the
bench.
team, but I don't know. Don't think he will be out there. So they played with Miguel Berry up top.
Who?
Miguel Berry.
Great. I know they have Machop Chol, too.
He came off the bench for
I
them.
think he scored, if I'm not incorrect.
He did against New England.
Yeah, they still lost. That's the game wasn't that last night?
That was the last game they played, which was, yep.
Yeah, they scored. They conceded 2 in 9 minutes, and they
And
scored in
then-
like added time or something at the very end
It
of
was
the
an entertaining game. 2 goals at the beginning, 1 at the very end.
game.
So, yeah. Tyler Wolf and John Brooks Lennon.
John Lennon.
John Lennon. Other two players that we're going to have to worry about being out there, they're goal scorers. Brooks Lennon with 7 assists on the year, so he's a very creative player for them, obviously integral. Had a shitter the last time he came out against us. I think it was like a 5.9 rating I just checked.
Nice.
So we did well keeping him contained last time, so hopefully we were able to do the same this time, but it's going to be tough going up to Atlanta. It's never easy. Never easy for anybody.
No, we just need to get shots on target because the blinding bowling ball that is Brad the Thumb Guzan, he's not it. So just hit it with pace past him and it's going in.
You think that's like an advantage that they don't even know about? That the fact that Brad's head shines so brightly
in that stadium too with all those lights?
That's what I'm saying. With all those lights in that stadium, it's just like a reflector beam in the middle of the goal.
Maybe he just he's standing there ready to save it, and right before he takes a
redirects
shot,
the
he
light.
does this, and it's right in the guy's eyes. And all his shots off target, right into the stands, beer spilled, and just on the noggin.
Like, how else has he been so prominent in this league? Like, how is he still here? What does he do?
He's a thumb.
Exactly. He just shines his fucking light from his head.
Shine your light.
You just start bringing
bright like a
flashlight
bowling ball.
into Atlanta matches here and just start shining off his head.
I mean, there's a very scientific way we could test this, and that's somebody bring a laser pointer into the stadium and then point it at the top of his head and see if it...
Yeah.
Very scientific way to do this.
Not in his eyes, not in his face.
No.
Just
None
the
of the
top
players.
of the dome.
Not at any of the players or anything like that. Just want to see if it reflects off the ball.
Did we ever talk about that for the USA-Mexico game?
The
laser
lasers.
pointers?
No.
It's getting out of hand,
that
bro.
that triggered something in my mind. I'm like, I don't think we ever talked about that.
No.
That was fucked, but
I feel like it's any big game nowadays.
But that was bad. I mean, it was in Matt Turner's eyes, the ref's eyes.
I remember the
So
pictures.
off topic, but
Remember Sala in AFCON?
yeah,
He was taking the penalty.
Dude, man was just the Hulk.
There was just 4 of them on his face. You really? But I mean, it's AFCON, so.
sorry for that off-topic comment, but
Yeah.
that went back in the archives.
So people that Orlando City are gonna have to rely on.
Kyle Smith
Duncan-
can't have a shitter. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Duncan fucking McGuire.
You think he gets to start yet again?
He should, 100% should.
I was just gonna argue for Ramiro. Just kind of play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I mean he deserves a shout to get some minutes. I'd definitely give you that. But I don't know, the top goal converter in the league in Duncan McGuire.
Yeah, what was it? It was 1.
He averages
1.06
1.08 goal
goals
goal
and assists.
contributions in 90 minutes.
Yeah.
So he averages a goal.
Contribution a game.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So
So kind of going into the lineup a little bit, would you be mad if it was played both Duncan and Enrique, but it was like a 4-4-1-1 where Enrique played a little bit under Duncan as like a 10, and then we just had an 8 and a 6 or two
So
8s.
who drops out of the 11? You think Mo
Give
comes
Mo a
out
rest
in 7 days? Yeah.
because Enrique, I don't know how much he can play the role of facilitator.
Is that something we want to find out at Atlanta?
Don't know.
Or would you rather go with what you're positive of?
What we're positive of could also just go down the shitter. So, I mean, at this rate, I don't know. We had something that worked for us, and then it went back and bit us right in the ass, and we lost 4-0.
So for me, if it's not broke, don't fix it type of thing.
Mhm.
It was a tough stretch of matches for us last week. 3 games in 1 week.
Yep. 3 games, 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it was going to catch up to us at some point. It just caught up to us in the worst way against RSL,
Yep.
who is a very good side and getting better. So you have to give them that.
Did they? They were down
It was-
to SKC
No, and they
and
tied
came
2-2.
back. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Because it was 2-0 when
Yep.
we were talking, and then we were just like, oh my god, we're gonna look like fucking idiots.
no, they They're a good team, getting better
Mhm.
as the weeks go by. They're becoming a more dangerous side. It's like probably the only good thing the commentators said that entire match is that Orlando and RSL are two of the types of teams that you don't want to meet in the playoffs, because it's like you don't know what you're going to get with either one of those teams, and they could either show up and play lights out football, or like when you're playing a different team, like say an NYC or something like that, you know what you're going to get. They've been this team the entire year that they're going to come out. They're going to give you a tough game, but you know who your players are that you have to stop. There's not a ton of people on the bench, whereas with us and RSL, it's like you don't know who's going to turn up for us any given game, and
You got the depth.
And then off the bench, you don't know who we can pull into the game to be a game changer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Brights. There's good things to happen in Atlanta, but there's also bad things that could happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was conflicted as to what is going to happen. If you play a team like Chicago, you probably know what's going to happen. Toronto, I think we all knew what was going to happen there, and it even went to a higher effect as to what we all thought was going to happen, which was nice to see. But against what is still considered a rivalry match, a derby, you never know, especially with Orlando City.
No, it's gonna be a tough match. Like I said earlier, it's not easy to go up there.
No, it's not.
So no matter what, we're gonna be in for a fight. We're not gonna go out there and do what we did to Toronto. There's just no chance in hell that happens.
But we can wish and
I mean, obviously
hope.
we can hope,
But it's the hope that kills you.
Yeah. But
Indeed, it is.
it's just there's way more quality on that Atlanta team than what we saw when Toronto came here with their 9 players out and all that. Like, there's a lot that went into why that game went the way it did. So I hope for the best.
The one good thing that actually, the news that came out of Atlanta, I think it was maybe less than a week ago, or about a week ago. You remember the other bald fuck, Andrew Gutman, left back or right back? He's no longer there.
Right.
So we don't have to deal with his ugly ass on the field. And he was just...
I mean, he was just going to get cooked by Angulo all match again anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And they still got the fucking
thumb look on him. Yeah. So we don't have to deal with 2 bald fucks on the field again. It's just one. Which I'm absolutely fine with.
Well, anything else you guys got?
I think I'm good.
fuck Atlanta.
Fuck Atlanta.
Fuck Atlanta. Damn, I threw the Atlanta fan out halfway through the pod. I didn't even think about it, but.
I got another one.
Huh?
I got another one for you.
Oh, thank you. Right where you belong. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Again, subscribe. We're trying to reach 500. 500.
5,000.
No, I said 1,000. I said
500
500 or 1,000.
500, yeah.
500 subscribers here on YouTube before the end of the MLS season, so make sure you help us get there. Share everything out. Tell your friends. Get in the fucking Discord if you're not already. What are you doing if you're not?
It's free. Talk shit.
Absolutely free. Check out our Patreon. Sorry, the notification popped up.
Yeah.
Check out our Patreon if you haven't already. $3 a month. Everything's in there. You get access to unedited fan reacts and all kinds of other content that we throw up on there. Follow us on Instagram at OCFanTV, on Twitter at OCFanTV22, on TikTok at OCFanTV, now on Threads at OCFanTV, on Facebook, Orlando City Fan TV.
Yeah.
Thanks again to today's sponsor of the episode, Bet Online. Go ahead and check them out. Use the code BELIEVE for your 50% welcome bonus. And until Saturday, make sure that you check out our live. Bryce should be back. Dave will not be there, you cocksucker.
I'm sorry. I got fucking work, all right? I can't help it.
Out of all the insults,
That's the one that we went to.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
But check it out. Make sure that you guys are in there. Interact with us on the chat. If not, we just look like a whole bunch of dumbasses with a camera right in front of us. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Anyways.
Well, yeah, but at least these guys give us a reason to keep talking and stay on the camera. So. Anyway, until the next one.